Hello, and thanks for coming on back. My name is Richard Hunt, and this is Heard It in a Love Song, a weekly look into the songs that made us fall in love or helped us when we fell out of it. Today we are taking it back to a pre-9/11 2000s, a simpler time when pop music reigned supreme, and every day wasn't a hellscape where you wondered what was going to happen next. And where a 22-year-old Usher released yet another chart-topping song, You Got It Bad. We start our story in Dallas, Texas, mid-October 1978, because on October 14th, Jonetta Patton and Usher Raymond III brought into the world a bouncing baby boy, Usher Terry Raymond IV. Not long after he was born, his father abandoned the family, and Jonetta packed up and relocated them to her home state of Tennessee. She gave Usher constant encouragement and support as he grew up. Usher told an interview reporter, "She showed me the difference between good and evil. My dad never did. He split when I was born." Usher also benefited from having an extended family of grandmothers and aunts. They all enjoyed R&B music, so he grew up listening to it. His first favorite song was the Jackson 5's I Want You Back.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please let me back to your...
It inspired him to sing along. His mother, noticing his vocal talent, convinced him to join her church choir, a training ground for many well-known R&B singers. After he had honed his abilities in church, she entered him in talent contests, many of which he won. At age 10, Usher joined an R&B local quintet called the New Beginnings, which was organized by local music promoter Darryl Wheeler. Usher recorded 10 songs with the group in 1991, and the ensuing album, New Beginnings, featuring Usher Raymond IV, was only made available regionally by mail order. However, his mother took him out because, according to her, it was a, quote, bad experience. The album was re-released nationally in April 2002 by Hip O Records. Hoping to further nurture his abilities, his mother moved the family to Atlanta, Georgia, where many R&B singers had gotten their start. At age 13, Usher met A.J. Alexander at a local talent show. Alexander, who, at the time, was Bobby Brown's bodyguard, would take Usher around and have him perform in parking lots and talent shows. Alexander invited Brian Reed, an A&R representative from LaFace Records, to see Usher perform on the television talent show Star Search. Following the performance, he arranged an audition for Usher with L.A. Reid, the co-founder of LaFace. Reid signed Usher on the spot to a contract with the record company after Usher sang the Boyz II Men hit End of the Road. Usher's mother left her job as a medical technician to manage his career, and he was introduced to the public on Call Me a Mac. A song he recorded for the soundtrack to the 1993 drama romance film Poetic Justice. During this time period, Usher first met Chili of TLC, his label mate, whom he would later be romantically involved with. At the time, the popularity of R&B was giving way to hip-hop, and one of the most well-known names in the hip-hop scene was that of Sean Puffy Combs, a performer and producer who helped promote gangster rap and who eventually became a multi-platinum selling artist himself. Combs took Usher under his wing for a year, showing him the ropes. And although Combs' style did not always feel comfortable for the young Usher, Usher told a People reporter, "That whole bad boy thing, me frowning for the camera, that wasn't me." Preparing for his debut album, Usher lost his voice. He was going through puberty and having a difficult time adjusting his voice. And L.A. Reid became skeptical of Usher and put his album on hold. He thought about dropping him from the label altogether. Usher pleaded with the label to keep him, and they did. From this point, Reid didn't know what to do with Usher, so he sent him to New York in the spring of 1994 to live with Sean Combs to attend what Reid called Flavor Camp. Usher quickly adapted to the lavish lifestyle of Puff Daddy. Although in an interview with Rolling Stone, he described this period as the hardest days of his life. "I had to knuckle up, figure shit out in New York," he said. On August 30th, 1994, LaFace released Usher's self-titled debut album, behind the co-executive production of Sean Combs. Usher peaked at number 25 on the Billboard Top R&B/Hip Hop Albums chart and was accompanied by 3 singles: Can You Get With It,
Oh, yeah. It's like that.
Think of You,
All the time I think of you, holding on to someone new. Don't make me lose my mind.
and The Many Ways.
I think of many ways to say I love you.
The album has sold over 500,000 copies to date, but the album also received backlash because Usher was singing about sex. And him only being 15 years old at the time, the public had a difficult time believing that this was right. Again, LaFace had their reservations about signing Usher because the album wasn't as successful as they anticipated. In 1995, Usher was chosen to sing the Coca-Cola jingle in ads for the holiday season. He also joined other singers to create Black Men United, a group that sang on the soundtrack for the film Jason's Lyric.
You will know.
This ultimately gave L.A. Reid more confidence in Usher. Usher, wanting to take more control over his career and image, moved away from the Combs-inspired bad boy pose and began working with R&B producer Jermaine Dupri. After graduating from high school, Usher continued developing his skills as a stage performer and laid the groundwork for his second album. He also appeared on LaFace's version of Let's Straighten It Out, a 1995 duet with fellow Atlanta teen recording artist Monica, and on Dreamin', from LaFace's 1996 Olympic Games benefit album, Rhythm of the Games. He was also featured on I Swear I'm in Love, off the soundtrack to the 1996 film Kazam. His second album, My Way, was released on September 16, 1997. The album's lead single, You Make Me Wanna, reached number 1 in the United Kingdom, becoming Usher's first song to be a top single.
You really wanna be the one I'm with. So yeah, new relationship with you. This is what we do. You can find out even all the things that come along with you. Make me.
This resulted in him increasing in popularity. It also became Usher's first gold and platinum certified single in the United States. The album's second single, Nice and Slow, peaked in January 1998 at number 1 in the Billboard Hot 100, giving Usher his first U.S. number 1 single.
Let me take you to a place nice and quiet. There ain't no one there to interrupt. Ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and slow. And baby, tell me what you wanna do with me.
Now, I hate to go ahead and ruin a good song for you, but in the beginning of Nice and Slow, what Usher says is, be there in about what it sounds like to me, and what I'm afraid you'll never unhear, is him saying, peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
In February of 1997, the single was certified platinum by the RIAA. My Way has been certified 6 times platinum in the United States. One group did not find the album particularly appealing: the critics. A Rolling Stone critic noted that although You Make Me Wanna was catchy, Usher's voice lacks the force and nuance to make up for the thin, synthetic quality of the backing tracks. And you know there's a problem with the songwriting when you see the word hook plastered all over the choruses in the lyric booklet. Despite this response, listeners loved the album. You Make Me Wanna won the Best Male R&B/Soul Single at the 1999 Soul Train Music Awards.
Yo, first and foremost, man, I wanna thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because none of this wouldn't be possible without His strength. I'm telling you. Oh man, it's a dream, man. It's a dream come true. I ain't prepared no speech, but I had to write a couple of names down. I can't hold on. I can't do this without my mother. Where my mother at? Because I know. Oh, man. I love you too, baby. I love you. I first got to thank my pop, like my father, man, L.A. Reid and Babyface for believing in me from the beginning, y'all. I want to thank Dorsey James, Mark Schimmer, Clive Davis, Roy Lott, everybody over at Arista, Lionel, my mom, Vanessa, let me see, Pete Jones, let me see, JD. Y'all know JD. For believing in me and putting it down, all the staff at LaFace Records, Sherry Hughley for believing in me from the beginning. My man KP, Candy Tooks, for putting it down officially, letting them know that you can do it your way. And I did it my way. I can't forget my man Big E for standing next to me, you know what I'm saying, teaching me all about the guitar, everything, man. Thank you. I want to thank all the people back in Atlanta, all the people in Chattanooga, Tennessee, all the radio, DJs. Thank y'all.
While on tour to promote the album, Usher performed before an enthusiastic audience at the prestigious Apollo Theater in Harlem. He told a reporter for MTV News, "When you come to the Apollo, you gotta sing, you gotta dance, you gotta give it up to that audience. They want to see that. And to get the response I got when the song came on, I came sliding in. All of the audience bum rushed the stage. It's like I think I'm a superstar." As a result of the album's success, Usher was chosen to join Combs' fall tour, as well as for performance dates supporting singers Mary J. Blige and Janet Jackson. He was also named Billboard's Artist of the Year in 1998.
And the top artist of the year is Usher. Woo!
ATL in the house. I just wanted to wood, huh? Woo! Oh, man. Y'all bear with me for a second. I got a lot of people to thank. First and foremost, I want to thank my mother for believing in me and standing by me through all of this. I love you, Mom.
Usher also began acting, appearing on the teen television shows Moesha,
Before anything began between us, you were like my best friend. The one I used to run and talk to when me and my girl was having problems. That's right. You used to say it'll be okay, suggest little nice things I should do. And when I go home at night and lay my head down, all I seem to think about was you and how you make me wanna leave. Oh, baby, relationship with you, to say what you do. Think about her and you know things that come along with you. Make me.
in Promised Land. Of his appearance on Moesha, he told a Jet reporter, "I'm a natural actor. I have a talent to take words off paper and relate to it." After this experience, Usher wanted to move into film acting. Knowing that horror movies were popular among teens of all races, he chose to make his debut in The Faculty, in which he played a high school football student possessed by aliens.
It's a pelagic organism.
What's pelagic?
Sea-dwelling organism.
Exactly. See, I don't recognize its surface tissue at all. Casey, I don't want to blow smoke at everybody here, but I think you found a new species.
Yeah, right.
Hey, it could happen. New species are discovered every day. Don't be so cynical.
Could it be Gnathostimulata?
Nah.
They escaped detection till the mid-20th century.
You just know everything.
I'm a contradiction.
Check the mesodermic follicles on its underbelly.
What does that mean?
It means we gotta call the university, let them take a look. Maybe even get in on some of that federal grant money. Our secret. All right?
Hey, Stokely, maybe it's from your planet.
You would blow me blood apart. Whoa, did you see that?
What is he doing?
Ka-ching.
Director Robert Rodriguez told the People reporter that for an amateur, Usher did an excellent job. He was already way above and beyond a lot of people I have worked with who were coming in for the first time, he would say. The film was a success, and it attracted the attention of clothes designer Tommy Hilfiger, who featured members of the cast wearing his design in his advertising.
103 David, take 10.
Too trap, too dark. I need color.
103 David, take 3.
No, get that off. It's wrong. No ties. Cut, no grade.
Take 22.
What do you want me to do? Change? Wardrobe?
103 David, take 40.
Give me Tommy Jeans. I need color in life.
Tommy Jeans, make a scene.
Usher was prominent in the ads, and he also argued with Hilfiger over the use of his image and payment for it. He eventually sued Hilfiger for $1 million, claiming the company had used his image far more than he originally had agreed to, but had not paid him appropriately. In 1998, Usher was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance.
How do you describe your Grammy experience so far? What's it been like for you? This is the first time, right?
You know, a lot of children go through their lives like, really wishing for a lot of different things. This is one thing that I definitely had on, my wish list as a child, and I finally made it to that point. So I see this as a stepping stone in my lifetime as well as my career,
He also appeared in the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. In 1999, Usher appeared in the comedy film She's All That, and the action movie Light It Up. He also signed for 2 more movies, Disney's television movie Geppetto and Texas Rangers. He told a People interviewer, "I found my new love. My acting is making me want to leave singing." However, critics did not love his acting as much as he did. In the Seattle Times, journalist Christy Lemire commented, "Texas Rangers should have been put out to straight-to-video pasture," and noted that the film's shallow characterization was at fault. In the Arizona Daily Star, Phil Villarreal noted, "Usher? Stick to the singing. He lacks the smooth, controlled presence of an action star." Although the movie received these reviews, Miramax planned to release more films with Usher. Usher told Janelle Smith and Marilyn Beck in the Los Angeles Daily News, "If there was a class over at Miramax, I guess I would be the teacher's pet." He added that in order to play his role in Texas Rangers, he had to learn how to handle both guns and horses. "I just had to go for it, and I did. I got to know the horse real well. He became my best friend." Usher's third studio album, originally titled All About You, was slated to be released in early 2001. The first single, Pop Your Collar, was released in late 2000 and became a number 2 hit in the UK, but underperformed in the United States.
Yeah, work hard, play hard, dig that, and do what you wanna do. Dig that. Just pop the collar, don't let what people say bother you.
The album was subsequently pushed back and retooled after select tracks were later leaked to the radio and internet. After having revised and renamed to 8701, the album was released on August 7, 2001, which is derived from Usher singing for the first time in his local church in 1987 and the album's release date of 2001. The first 2 singles, You Remind Me,
You remind me of a girl that I once knew. See your face whenever I look, and you won't believe.
and You Got It Bad.
You got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up and you call right back. Oh, you got it bad. If you miss a day without your friend, your whole life's off track.
Each topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 4 and 6 weeks, respectively. 8701 has been certified 4 times platinum in the United States. You Got It Bad was written by Usher, Jermaine Dupri, and Brian Michael Cox, who both had produced many hits. Recording was done at Southside Studios, Atlanta, in 2000. John Horesco IV provided mixing assistance, and William Billy Odom performed the guitar, while Usher provided all vocals. The lyrics of the song were, according to Jermaine Dupri, inspired by a true story. He and Usher were in the studio trying to record some music for the album, but Usher was continually distracted by the girl he brought into the studio. Following an argument, the girl left, and a while later they started talking on the phone, which prompted Dupri to kick Usher out of the studio, telling him, "We're going to do this session later on. You got it completely too bad right now. You got it bad." This ignited the inspiration for the song, and once Usher had left, Dupri started writing his lyrics, with the notion that it was going to be a big hit. Once Usher had returned to the studio, Dupri shared the story of the song with him. Talking to Complex, Dupri stated that You Got It Bad is another Nice and Slow, saying that he produced the song and he wanted to reproduce a track similar to the latter in terms of success for Usher's 8701. The Neptunes produced track I Don't Know was initially intended as the album's second single. Sean Combs was to direct its music video in Los Angeles in July 2001, the song was receiving radio play prior to the release of 8701's first single, You Remind Me. However, Usher instead released You Got It Bad as the album's second single, as it presents its own unique sound. You Got It Bad was released as a CD single in the US on December 18, 2001. You Got It Bad won the 2002 Teen Choice Love Song Award. In 2003, it won an ASCAP Award for Publisher of the Year. At the 2002 MTV Music Video Awards, it was nominated for Best Male Video and Best R&B Video. You Got It Bad topped the US Billboard Hot 100 chart on the week of December 15, 2001, becoming Usher's third #1 song on the chart. It was his second Hot 100 song to come off of 8701 after You Remind Me, which reached the position in July of the same year. You Got It Bad marked the first time he obtained 2 consecutive #1 hits. In December 2001, Usher became one of the few Arista acts to have more than 1 Hot 100 #1 hits, with Whitney Houston having 11, Barry Manilow and Milli Vanilli with 3, and Monica and Jules Santana with 2. The following week, the song was replaced by Nickelback's How You Remind Me, moving it to #2. Nickelback's single remained #1 for 4 consecutive weeks before being replaced by You Got It Bad on the week of January 8, 2002, which went on to top the Hot 100 for 5 weeks. On the same week, the song broke the record for the highest audience impression on a Hot 100 airplay chart previously held by Alicia Keys, with 150 million listeners. The music video for You Got It Bad was directed by Little X. TLC's Chili played the female lead. For a fun fact, the video for You Don't Have to Call is a direct sequel to the video for You Got It Bad.
Yo, what's up? I'm not here. Leave a message.
Yo, Playboy. Come on, man. I know you're up in there. Yo, come on. Get up, man. We going out tonight, man. Shake it off. I done been there before, baby. Just nothing but a small thing. I know you hear me, boy. We going out tonight. 1.
You Got It Bad remains to be not only one of my all-time favorite love songs, but one of my favorite songs in general. There's just something about it. The wind noises, the drop, Usher's smooth-ass voice, it all combines together to make a song that just slaps. And that's why it will always have a legacy. A throwback for when you are deep in your feels. I leave you with this week's love homework. Check out the song Prime Time by Janelle Monáe featuring Miguel.
Baby, it's a prime time for our love. Ain't nobody thinking but the stars above. It's a prime time for our love, and heaven is betting on us.
If you'd like to continue learning about the love songs we've all come to know and love, subscribe and hit that bell. New episodes drop every Friday, and I take requests in the comments. Until next time, my name is Richard Hunt, and you heard it in a love song.
Somebody who makes you change your ways, like hanging with your crew. Said you act like you're ready, but you don't really know. And everything in your past, you wanna let it go. I've been there.